We start with an exclusive tonight from our ABC7 I team, a look from the inside at George Papadopoulos. He's President Trump's former campaign advisor from Chicago, who's now embroiled in the Russia collusion investigation.
Investigative reporter Chuck Goudie joining us tonight with the first Chicago television interview with Papadopoulos' wife. Chuck.
Kathy, tonight the I-Team goes behind the shades of this political power couple based in Chicago. Simona and George Papadopoulos have only been married a few months and have known each other about 2 years. But during that time, both have been questioned by the FBI in the Russia collusion case, and he has been charged and pleaded guilty to lying. Tonight, though, in her first Chicago TV interview, there is more to the story than meets the eye.
To me, it was shocking. I went from paradise to hell.
Paradise for Simona Mangiante was the summer of 17. That's just last summer, when she and Chicago political dynamo George Papadopoulos were overseas and inseparable.
He just told me that he had been interviewed by the FBI because of his work with Trump.
Then came this reality when Papadopoulos arrived home.
He had been arrested, was cooperating with the FBI, he was extremely stressed, I didn't know what was going on with his life.
And now it is her life. In an interview today at ABC7, the Papadopoulos newlywed says her husband had a target on him, allegedly placed by federal authorities because of his think tank energy work in Israel, not because of any connections in Russia.
I think he was under scrutiny even before joining the Trump campaign because his ties to Israel were suspicious. So he had the target on him because of his work in Israel. So he has no ties to Russia. I have more ties to Russia than him.
What are your ties to Russia?
No, I was joking. It's that I've been to Russia for work. I visited Russia. I have friends, a few friends in Russia.
She says her husband's cooperation with the FBI was limited to providing information.
I can tell you quite surely he never wore a wire. I would have noticed that.
Well, he never wore a wire with you.
He never were, I mean, when he started cooperation, at the time it was banned to have any contact with the Trump administration, directly and indirectly, so why would he wear a wire to talk with who?
Even after he pleaded guilty, she was questioned here at FBI headquarters in Chicago on a subpoena from special counsel Robert Mueller. During that interview with the FBI, did you feel as though they were coming after you, or were they just interested in George?
Both.
Did you think that you needed representation?
Yes, I think so. I think I took a big risk.
Now the couple remains in limbo in Chicago, their connection with the outside world through social media.
We deal with a lot of stress. There is not much, mostly George can do. His life is on hold.
George Papadopoulos graduated from Niles West High School and DePaul University. Mrs. Papadopoulos' bio lists an Italian law degree. Tonight says she hopes he won't face jail time when he's sentenced, probably later this year. And she's now asking President Donald Trump to pardon her new husband, even though it's his campaign where all of this trouble began for mostly him, but her as well at this point. She says this is not the entire story. You can expect him to write a book, I think, at some point.
Okay. Chuck, thanks.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.